Everyone is wondering, what the hell is going on? Nobody can explain what you just did. But everybody is talking about it. You started a mystery about it. You started just by existing, just by moving the way you move, just by becoming whatever it is you've become. And that's the thing about rare specimens, about people who operate on a frequency that most cannot even perceive. You become a question that nobody has the answer to. And that question echoes through every room you enter, through every conversation you are not even part of, through every mind that's trying to make sense of what you just pulled off. Here is what's happening. You have been doing something, and honestly, you probably didn't even realize how much it would land. You have been in your own world, working on your stuff, following your own internal guidance. And somewhere along the way, you hit something, you unlocked something. And now people are noticing. And not just noticing in a casual, oh, hey, you look different today kind of way. Noticing in a way that has them genuinely disturbed. Because whatever you just did, it broke their understanding of how things work. Let's be real about what's actually going on. You have been in a season of being alone. Not the sad kind of alone where you are lonely and looking for company. The other kind. The kind where you choose to withdraw because something inside you is screaming that you need to. You need to. And you have been listening. You have been sitting with yourself in a way that most people never do, watching your own patterns, seeing your own reflection without flinching, doing the kind of internal excavation that would absolutely terrify most people. And while you have been burrowing down into the depth of your own existence, the people around you have been noticing something shifting in the atmosphere, in the air. They cannot name it. They cannot put their finger on it, but something feels different, and they want to know what you did. The thing is, they think you pulled some kind of trick. They think you found some secret. They are convinced you must have discovered some shortcut, some hidden access point that the rest of them don't know about. Because in their world, the only way someone breaks through the way you are breaking through is by cheating, by having an unfair advantage, by knowing something they don't. And it's hilarious, yeah? And they are not entirely wrong about that just last part. You do know something they don't, but it's not a trick, it's not a spell, it's not something you bought or downloaded or got from some guru. It's something you have been sitting in, marinating in, living through. Let's talk about the weight of it. You have been carrying something heavy. You have been in a situation where people didn't see you correctly. They looked at you through their own broken lenses, through their own filters and distortions. And they made judgments about who you are that had nothing to do with you. Had nothing. And at first, you probably believed them. At first, you probably thought there must be something wrong with you, that if they see you that way, maybe that's who you really are. Because that's what happens. We look to others for a reflection of ourselves. And when they hand us back a distorted image, we accept it, we absorb it, we believe that their perception is our reality. But here's the thing about going into hermit mode, about withdrawing from the noise, about choosing solitude or the constant buzz of other people's voices. You get a chance to look at yourself directly, not through someone else's eyes. You have to face yourself as you actually are, not as they have told you you are. And when you do that, when you really do it, you start to see that disconnect. You realize that their reflection, their version of you, the one they have been projecting onto you, has nothing to do with who you actually are. So you have been working through something. And let's be specific about what that something is. Yeah, let's go back. You have been taking your dramas, your setbacks, your failures, your disappointments, and instead of letting them crush you, you have been transmuting them. You have been turning pain into power, not in that abstract self-help way where people say it but do not really know what it means. Actually doing it, going through the fire and coming out with something that's been purified by the heat. And the people around you, the ones who thought they had you figured out, the ones who saw you as limited, as broken, as someone who would never amount to anything. They're just watching this transformation happen, and they don't understand it. How could they? Yeah, how could you? You are operating on a plane they cannot access. You are not explaining what you are doing. You are just doing it. And in a world where everyone wants to talk about everything and explain everything and justify everything, the silence is deafening. You have created a mystery simply by refusing to broadcast your moves. And people are reacting the way people always react when they cannot comprehend something. They are trying to reduce it to something they can understand. They are trying to figure out how you caught them. Because that's what this comes down to. You caught something. You spotted something. You saw through something that everyone else missed. There are people in your world who were pretending to be on your side, who were playing a role, who were trying to manipulate your perception while you were not looking. And you saw straight through it. You didn't confront them. No, you didn't expose them. You just withdrew. And in your withdrawal, you saw everything clearly. And now they know that you know. Now they know. That's what's making them uncomfortable. That's what nobody can explain, because you have moved in a way that cannot be counteracted. They cannot argue with it. They cannot reason it away. They cannot gaslight you out of what you have seen. You have gone into your own space. You've done your own work, and you have emerged with a clarity that cannot be shaken. Let me be honest. always actually, about what this work actually looks like. Because it's not glamorous. It's not something you can turn into a TikTok, or it's messy. It's sitting with yourself when you want to run. It's feeling the feelings you've been avoiding. It's looking at yourself in the mirror without flinching. It's asking yourself the hard questions and staying for the answers even when they hurt. You have been doing that. And the people who see you, the ones who are paying real attention, they can feel the shift in your energy. And that's what's unsettling them. There are people in your world who have been holding on to you too tight. Not because they love you, because they need something from you. They need your energy, maybe money. They need your attention. They need your compliance. They need you to stay small and manageable and predictable. And you have become the opposite of that. You become something they cannot control. And when you cannot control something, especially something you used to have a grip on, it creates a kind of desperation. People who have been feeding off your energy are suddenly starving. They are suddenly running dry, and they want to know how you cut them off from the source. Let me tell you what you did. You didn't just walk away. You didn't just set a boundary. You shifted something at such a deep level that they cannot even access you anymore. It's like you changed the locks. It's like you moved to a house they cannot find. It's like you are living in a frequency they don't have the equipment to receive. And now they are standing outside looking around and going, how the hell did she do that? And this is where the mystery happens. Because you are not just protecting yourself from other people's negative energy. You are becoming something that naturally repels it. The more you work on yourself, the more you clear your own stuff, the less room there is for anyone else to plant things on your field. And that's what's causing the stir. People who used to be able to affect you, who used to be able to mess with your head, who used to be able to push your buttons, they are suddenly impotent. Sorry. I couldn't find any words. They are pushing buttons that are not there anymore. They are trying to provoke reactions you just don't have, and they don't understand it. Now, let me say something that might step on some toes. Some of these people thought they were better than you. They thought they had you beat. They thought you were going to stay stuck forever. They were invested in your failures, not because they had anything against you personally, but because your failures proved something to them. It proved that the world works the way they think it works. That people don't change. That you cannot rise above your circumstances. That life isn't fair, and you just have to accept it. Accept your lot. And you are dismantling that whole belief system just by existing. You are proving that they were wrong. So wrong. And people hate being proven wrong. So they are talking about you. They are trying to figure out what happened. What happened with her? What happened with him? They are concocting stories. They are making up explanations. Maybe you got help. Maybe you are secretly connected. Maybe you are manipulating something they don't understand. Anything that lets them avoid the truth, which is that you did it yourself. You did it yourself. You transformed your own on your own. You walked through your own demons. You took your own pain and made it into something useful. And you didn't need anyone's permission or approval to do it. That's what makes you rare. That's what makes you a mystery. Because most people, when they face what you have faced, they break, they crumble, they become bitter and resentful. They lash out at everyone around them because of what they have been through. And you have done the opposite. You've become more yourself, not less. You've stepped into your own power in a way that's authentic and real and undeniable. And nobody can explain it because nobody's ever seen it before. At least not up close. Not in someone they thought they had figured out. Let me go deeper into what your presence is doing to people. When you walk into a room now, when you engage in a conversation, when you express an opinion, there is a weight to it. Not a heavy weight, not an oppressive weight, but a weight of substance. People feel like they are in the presence of someone who's actually been through something and come out the other side. And that changes the dynamic because most people are, I want to say, faking it. Most people are still in their mess. Most people haven't done the work. And when they encounter someone who has it activates something, activates something in them, it mirrors back their own stagnation. It shows them what's possible, and that's uncomfortable. So they want to pull you back. They want to drag you down to their level. They want you to be confused again, to be searching again, to be in the dark like they are, because your clarity is a threat. Your peace is a threat. Your groundedness is a threat. It's a direct rebuke to everything they settled for. And they cannot have that. So they try to destabilize you. They try to make you question yourself. They try to find ways to make you wobble. Here's the thing about people who have done the work. They don't do that. They don't wobble the same way. You can push them, but they find their center again quickly. You can confuse them, but they clarify faster. You can try to make them feel small, but they have already done that work. They already know exactly who they are. You have become someone who cannot be fooled anymore. Not because you are arrogant, not because you think you know everything. No, but because you have been through enough. You've seen enough. You've been lied to and gaslit and manipulated. And now you can spot it coming from a mile away. You've learned to trust your instincts, not because they are always right, but because they got you here. Your internal compass, the one that so many people told you was broken. It turned out to be the only thing you could count on. And now you follow it. Let me say something about what this costs. because it's not free. Transformation comes with a price. You've paid it. You've lost relationships. You've had to walk away from people you loved. You have disappointed people. You've been misunderstood, accused. You have stood alone when you wished someone would stand with you. You have done the hard thing over and over again, even when it would have been easier to go back to the way things were. And you have done it quietly. You haven't done it for applause. You haven't done it for validation. You've done it because it was the only way, right way. And now, in this moment, people are looking at what you have become, and they want to know the secret. They want to know how they can do it too. But they don't understand that the secret is that there is no secret. The secret is the work. The secret is the pain. The secret is the choices you made when no one was watching. The secret is the nights you spent alone, feeling like you were dying inside and waking up anyway. The secret is the times you wanted to give up and didn't. And this is where I want to speak directly to you. You are feeling something right now. You are feeling the weight of it, the loneliness, the isolation, the sense that you are on this journey by yourself. And you are, in a way. But that's not a curse. That's a badge of honor. Everyone gets called to this path. Not everyone can handle this kind of growth. You were chosen not because you are special, but because you are capable, because you are strong enough to do it, because somewhere deep down you knew you could. So keep going. Keep being the mystery. Keep being the person nobody can explain. Keep moving in your own direction. Keep trusting your own guidance. Keep shutting out the noise. Keep putting in the work. Because here's what you need to understand. The people who are talking about you, the people who are wondering what you did, the people who are trying to figure out your secret, they are going to keep doing that. They are going to keep being confused. They are going to keep looking for any explanations that don't exist. And you are going to keep growing. You are going to keep expanding. You are going to keep becoming more and more of who you were meant to be. And they will not understand. They will always be behind. And that's okay, yeah. It's not your job to make them understand. It's not your job to explain yourself. It's not your job to reduce your complexity to something they can digest. Your job is to stay true to yourself. Your job is to keep going. Your job is to live your life fully, authentically, unapologetically, and let the confusion be theirs. So, everyone is wondering what the hell is going on. Nobody can explain what you just did. But everyone is talking about you. You started a mystery. You're a rare specimen. And the mystery, it's not going to be solved anytime soon because you are not done growing. You are not done transforming. You are not done becoming. The version of you that's emerging now is just the beginning. There is more. There is more. There is so much more. And the people who are trying to figure you out now, they will be even more confused later, because you are not going to stop. You are not going to play. You are not going to settle for less. You are going to be rising, and they are going to keep wondering. And that's exactly how it should be. You've been through hell, and you came out of it with something more valuable than anything they could give you. You came out of it with yourself, with the knowledge that you can survive anything, with the certainty that you will find your way, with the strength to stand alone and be okay with it. That's what nobody can explain. That's what they are all talking about. That's what they are trying to figure out. And they never will, because you cannot explain something like that. You can only witness it. And they are witnessing it. And it's blowing their minds. So let them talk, let them wonder, let them try to figure out, while you keep moving forward. Keep doing the things that make you feel alive. Keep following your guidance, your instincts, your own sense of direction. Keep being the person that cannot be explained, because that's who you are. That's who you have always been. And now, finally, everyone can see it. Love you. Be safe.